Hi, I'm Alex Thompson, a fisherman, surfer, and photographer born and raised in New Jersey, where my upbringing and 10 years as an ocean lifeguard molded my love for all things water. If there were waves or fish, I was stoked. Now, I spend the majority of my time in the heart of Central America's jungles, where the Pacific Ocean meets a lush coastline, chasing big fish and even better surf. Join me on my search through nature's playground as I share the hardships and triumphs of my endless pursuit for the ultimate catch.
You gotta be kidding me.
Welcome to Tidal Surf and Fish. Welcome back to Tidal Surf and Fish. On today's episode, you follow along on my journey up to Alaska to fish the peak season for sockeye salmon on a gillnet boat. I had met the captain down in Nicaragua, shooting some photos for a surf trip of him and his friends, and he offered me a job. We'll see what happens.
Alright, flight number 1 done. 1 of 5, walking from the domestic airport to the international airport right now. I have 12 hours to my flight's board. See if I can even get in. Oh yeah.
The city lights always greet you back into the United States after being down in the jungle for a while. Just got through customs, first time in the US since December. Got a connection in LA, hitting Seattle for the day, then I fly to Anchorage tonight. Leave tomorrow morning for the boat in Dillingham. I'm rushing to make this connection. Even though I was in an aisle seat, this flight into Anchorage during the sunset was still one of the most epic landings I've ever had. This is about 11:30 at night there and it's still light out. Greeted by the world record halibut too. It was time to go fishing. This is when I started to get some butterflies in my stomach. I could feel the wind as we were landing, and I had already checked the forecast and seen some interesting weather on the way. Lucky enough, the captain's aunt was at the airport waiting for some bags for her husband's boat, and they gave me a ride to the port. It's quite the sight to see all these boats tied together waiting for the season to open when I showed up. Here I was just kind of taking in and familiarizing myself with my home for the next 3 weeks. Here's my spot. It was pretty amazing seeing all these boats tied together, kind of put into reality how many teams would be out on the bay for the season. We're out on the boat, gonna be pushing off for 3 weeks. Season's about to open. We're not in Costa Rica anymore. First night on the water, we kind of parked tucked back in a river to hide from the storm, played some cards because we had some weather coming for my first shift. This was the ride out, about all I could film. I was feeling like a real greenhorn, super nervous and just 10 to 12 foot seas, 35, 40 knot winds. Welcome to Alaska. As the days went on, I took the camera out a little bit as I got more comfortable. Like I said, I was still learning and tried to be more of a help before I started filming anything. Just woke up from a nap on the boat for 8 days. It is 11:30 at
night, working the night shift. But pretty amazing sunsets around here. Got the diesel stove, coffee. Fridge. There's the racks. Little fishing report coming in. Dryer stuff out. Yeah, this is your typical wake up after about an hour or two nap. Checking the conditions out the front window and pouring yourself a cup of coffee and getting ready to go back on deck, throw the slicks on, and set the net up for everything. I was finally getting comfortable working about a week in. Yeah, boys, we're about to eat and fuel up for a day of work.
Yeah, don't take it after 12 o'clock because you'll never, can't go to bed. I take it out, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because you push it harder than ever.
Yeah, this is an opener. We're all along the line, waiting for the tide to switch and the shift to start. Here we're dumping out our 3 shackles a net. Each shackle is 100 yards, so about 900 feet of net. And at the end you attach this tow line. That's how the boat controls the net. You got big tides and a lot of water moving here in other boats, so that's how you keep control of it. Regardless of the hard work, the morale was always high on the boat. I had met Jared here with Captain Aaron down in Nicaragua. He was also a greenhorn, and this was Marty, the other experienced deckhand who helped show us the ropes.
What about you guys?
All right, guys, it's 4th of July. Haven't filmed really much. Been on the boat for about 10 days, but we got a full net. I'm gonna show you guys what happens when the net's full of salmon. Yeah, we'll check it out. Here I see a jumping salmon. We got a full net here. We're about to run it and start towing it from the other side. When your net's filling up with fish like that, you try to keep it in the water for as long as possible, as long as there's no boats in the way, and emptying the net and dump it back as long as you need to while you're catching fish. Whenever we can, try to spray down the deck and ourselves, keep everything clean and us from sliding around. You know, sometimes Marty will hook everybody up with Slim Jims. Gotta get food when you can. Here I'm putting water in the hatches. The boat can start to list and have uneven hatches and the boat gets off balance, so just doing what we can to catch as many fish as possible.
Bycatch. Oh my God.
We actually called this spot Flounder Flats because we'd always get a bunch of flounder bycatch.
All right, that hatch is full. Time to set up another one and do it all over again. If it looks like a lot of hard work, it's probably because it is. But honestly, a deck full of fish was better than an empty deck, because it meant you were making some money at least. We did have our fun. Some days we'd get fired up about a big old king salmon in the net and just really appreciate the insane, endless sunsets and the big Alaska sky.
Just looking for some fish. Night shift starts soon.
Here I woke up a little early for the shift and was up on top with Aaron looking for some fish.
Yeah. Looking for jumpers. We're outside the line right now. Got salmon jumping all over the boat. Big push hasn't started yet, but we're plucking away.
Here's a moment when we busted the rudder, only to lose our hydraulics soon after.
Nice job.
As usual, Captain Aaron kept a calm head and fixed it all. While I would wait to pull up the net, I'd use the horn as a little arm massage.
Cradle to the grave. Where you at? Where you at? Screw this one. Stupid. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Holy fuck. Oh. Marty, the chef, making some shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie. A lot of fish.
Once you catch all those fish, you got to pull up to a tender boat, which is usually like a big crab boat. That's what they do in their off season. And no matter the time of day or the seas or wind, you got to tie up to that boat and unload your catch. It's one of the more stressful parts of the job, and it's always at the end of a long shift when all you want to do is sleep. You've got boats behind you waiting to unload. Everyone wants to go to sleep, so you try to move as fast and as safe as possible to unload all your fish. We untie from the tender, hang the bags, clean them out, reload all the hatches. If there's any salmon that miss the bags, you got to pull them out because they clog the pumps. So I'd have to go in the RSW, freezing cold water, and fish those things out, rehang the bags, and hopefully all goes well and you can get maybe 2 hours of shut-eye before your next shift starts.
We forgot the trash. I was like, yeah, buddy.
I was like,
Yeah, boys.
Here's just a look at how many boats are around during that unloading time. And don't forget, the sun going down means it's about midnight. As you can see, there's many faces to the fishery. You get slick, calm days, hours off, run to a new spot, just working around the clock, trying to make some money. This was probably our biggest setback on the 4th of July. We busted a coolant hose on our way to the tender with a full boat of fish. Managed to get to the tender, but the boat wouldn't start back up. Had to tie off the stern of the tender while Aaron fixed the hose, and back out fishing we went. All these seals. Yeah, boys, get it, boys. This was our last night in the Nushkak region. We went and dropped our nets off and headed down to Naknek. I had 4 more days of fishing. We fished through a pretty big storm. Had a couple more really good days of fish, but then on my last shift they actually shut down the opener due to low numbers. They were waiting for more fish to come in, so we headed to the dock a day early and got showered up, and I spent my last night on the boat. Had a couple beers and burgers with the guys. Here's the town of Naknek, Alaska. Here it was so windy that my audio didn't come out, but you can see the little grin on my face from being back on land. You could see all the trucks and bagged nets behind me. The whole town is basically a huge salmon operation. Here at the King Salmon Airport, finally back on land.
heading out back to New Jersey for a couple days, well, like 2 weeks almost. Gonna hopefully do some fluking and tuna fishing out there. But yeah, it's been an epic experience. I'll document some on the way home. We'll see you guys soon.
I was super excited to go see my family. I hadn't been home since before Christmas. My plans for fishing back in New Jersey definitely didn't go through. About a week left in my trip, I lost feeling in most of my left hand from a gnarly carpal tunnel flare-up, but just kept working. I thought a couple days rest would fix it, but it took about 6 or 7 weeks for me to get it back where I could start surfing and fishing again. But I said it from the beginning, I was coming out there for an experience and really just wanted to see if I could do it. Met a great group of guys, and it's definitely like a brotherhood out there on the boat. You're sleeping, eating, working with these guys around the clock, and wouldn't have traded the crew for the world. Great vibes, and everyone went home safe. Thanks for watching Tidal Surf and Fish. Stay tuned for our next episode, and please subscribe and share with your friends and family. Don't forget to leave a like and comment below. Cheers, guys.